ahead and get everyone checked in. See that we have Alex Schumack. Is that right? If you could unmute. Looks like he might have froze up. Hey Alex, are you with us?
Yes, hi.
Okay. Welcome. Alex, I feel like you've been here before. Is that right?
Yes, I have been here before. I work for the city. We did have a variance for wastewater maintenance
That's
shop.
right.
Yeah, and now I'm gearing up to build a house outside of the city. So,
So this is in your individual capacity today.
correct.
Got it. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
Um, and Wes, you were on that case, weren't you? You're like Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, near I think it's on Galbraith Road, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's right. Yep. Um, Alex, are you expecting anyone else to join us here today on this one?
no, we did send. There was an invite sent to. I think his name is Jacob from the port, but he will not be able to join. So.
Okay, great. Well, let's go ahead and get started then. I need to read through our hearing script, this will basically just cover the procedure for the hearing, if you'll recall, and then we'll go ahead and jump into it. So this is the um, November 1st, 2023 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. My name is David Sturkey. I'll be presiding over the hearing. Case before us today is case number ZH20230152. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any potential opposing parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. Excuse me, the hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. If there were anyone here from the public, they would have an opportunity to speak after the applicant had presented its case. I'll give the zoning department and Wes Menzel an opportunity to provide me testimony in addition to his staff report. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to rebut that testimony and or argument that's been offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I will do my best to troubleshoot those issues on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from me fully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay, last thing I need to do here is just swear in all of our witnesses. So if you could each raise your right hand, I need you to answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, great. Mr. Schumacher, am I saying that right? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Schumacher?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Schumacher, are you ready to proceed?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, floor is yours.
So, I'm requesting a variance for a setback that's I believe is required to build a livable structure there. The lot is small as is, and this is the biggest lot on the block. I don't know if you were able, or if you pulled it up on the GIS or not, but it would be difficult to build a livable space there without having it being set closer to the back than 20 feet as prescribed by the zoning code. And a secondary, I would like to get a variance to get a wider driveway. I think the zoning code only allows a 20-foot wide driveway. My plan was to build a 3-car garage, and for that it would need a bigger driveway. I believe the CDOT requirements, they limit the curb cut to 60% of the frontage of the property for residential, and I wanted to get a variance for that as well.
Okay. Um, in particular with the driveway, um, are you looking for a 24 or roughly 25 feet driveway width? Is that right?
Yeah. And the reason is so basically it's a maximum allowed by the Cincinnati Department of Transportation and Engineering. And to accommodate a three car garage, it would be preferable.
Gotcha. Is there any way to accommodate a 3-car garage with a smaller curb cut that widens?
Well, I think Wes did the review, and I think there is a requirement that's a wider driveway. There, I don't remember as I think what I was shown, it was going. There is some kind of like a requirement how flanged out the driveway can be, and I think I was much aggressive with that.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say about the project?
No, I mean it's still ongoing. It's just I did a geotech, found some bad soil, so it just keeps going up, you know. So, but such is life, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Great. Let's hear from Wes. Wes.
Hi, I want to highlight a couple things in my report. Basically, the lot depth is very shallow. It's only 75 feet deep, which creates problems in trying to build anything on the lot. And so I think what the proposal does is balance the rear setback requirement with the front maneuverability element, that when you're backing out of one of the garage doors, provides enough space to kind of angle a little bit down to that narrower driveway width. But yet the building's not too close to the rear. He's kind of balanced between the two. There's not a way to do a 3-car garage on the side or in the rear because the lot's it's relatively narrow for, like, you can't do a side entry. So he's got to do it in the front. And with that, he matched up the DOTE's maximum width based on the lot width percentage of 60%, and then extended that width into the lot a little bit, and then angled to the garage door slightly. So it kind of balances everything, all the different codes together to create a workable design, which is based on the fact that the lot depth is so narrow, and it impacts negatively the design of the lot. Thanks.
Gotcha. Well, so Wes, if the lot were deeper, do you think he'd be able to accomplish the 3-car garage with a 20-foot cut?
Probably, because you'd have more time to taper the width to the 20-foot mark, because you have a longer distance to taper. But here it's relatively short, so you can't, taper fast enough to get to 20 and still allow for a car to back out, and when you turn the steering wheel to go towards the middle of the driveway, versus straight back. I think that you couldn't do a narrow driveway based on the dimensions of the lot. And a
Gotcha.
3-car garage.
What are the considerations for why the 20-foot cut is a rule? Like what are the adverse impacts of larger cuts, generally speaking? Do you know?
I think they just don't want to have a tremendous amount of parking in the front. Like, if you could go as wide as you wanted, then you could have 5, 6 cars parked in the front yard. So this limits it to 2, or once you get along the side of the house and in the back, you can go with whatever you want as far as width and parking areas. But in the front, it's more restrictive.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Thanks, Wes. Did you have anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Great. All right, Alex, anything you wanted to say in response to Wes's comments or to any of my questions?
No, actually, Wes summarized it. He did a great job summarizing everything much better than I did. So thank you, Wes.
Okay. Great. Well, let's leave it at that. I have had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report. I agree with the analysis in the staff report and with the testimony that I've heard here today. So I am going to approve the application. I need to, as you know, Mr. Shumack, formalize that approval in a written decision. It typically takes about 2 weeks. I think we're getting close to being back on that schedule after a summer rush. And so as soon as I finish that decision, I'll put it in writing, put it in the PDF and email it to you. As soon as that email goes out, Wes will be able to approve the permitting for the zone.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you. Good luck with the